From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily 8 for Tuesday, August 25th. Man, an uncomfortable Tuesday with the heat index values likely in the mid to upper 90s. Isolated strong to severe storms can't be ruled out for north and east of Indy, with some damaging winds as the main threat. Highs are topping out in the low 90s, but man, that humidity makes it feel a lot hotter. Officials are sending out warnings as final preparations are made for Hurricane Laura along the Gulf Coast. Mandatory evacuations are in place in Louisiana and Texas as the double threat heads that way. Some communities in Louisiana are hoping temporary walls of sandbags will hold back floodwaters. The storm named Marco was downgraded to a tropical depression this morning. It did make landfall yesterday near the mouth of the Mississippi, and now the Gulf Coast turns its attention to Laura. NASA captured a view of the storm looking huge, 250 miles above, and right now we'll just be following what happens and how they're preparing for those storms. Stay out of evacuation zones and prepare to be away from home for days. That's the message from California fire officials to families in the direct line of the wildfires. More than 14,000 firefighters are battling 17 major fire complexes across the state. Since August 15th, wildfires have burned more than 1,875 square miles. For perspective, the burn area is bigger than the state of Rhode Island. A fire swept through California's renowned Redwood Trail at Big Basin Redwood State Park, that's just northwest of Santa Cruz. Redwood forests are meant to burn, and most of the trees survived those flames, but not all of them. A recommended change to the Indianapolis skyline. A city-county council committee is recommending the full council approve a redevelopment project for Pan Am Plaza. The Metropolitan and Economic Development Committee sent 3 proposals for a full vote. The plans look to expand the convention center with the 50,000 square foot ballroom. They also include the construction of 2 hotels. One would be 42 floors, the second 23 floors. The project would bring 3,000 construction jobs to the city. The next full council meeting is scheduled for September 14th. 2 weeks of learning at home ended this morning for students at Muncie's Delta High School and middle schools. The Delaware Community Schools Corporation only got 4 days into the school year before sending more than 200 students home to quarantine. At the time, the district reported a few students experiencing COVID symptoms who were in the testing process. The district then switched to e-learning. The school's principal, Chris Conley, says the school made some changes to the cafeteria as well to allow for more social distancing. Hamilton County Parks and Recreation is canceling all of its major community events through the end of the year due to the coronavirus pandemic. Concerts in the Centerpiece at Coxhall Gardens, the Potter's Bridge Fall Festival, and the Little Haunt on the Prairie at Gould Creek Park are some of the well-known events that will not happen. The Parks Department says smaller-scale nature education programming will continue. The plan is for major events to return next year. The World Health Organization and UNICEF are sharing age-based guidelines about who needs to be wearing a mask during the pandemic. The 2 agencies say children 5 and younger should not be made to wear masks. They cite evidence that young children are less likely to spread the virus and are less prone to catching it. For ages 6 to 12, the agencies recommend what they call a risk-based approach. Factors like local transmission rates and a child's ability to keep a mask on should be considered in deciding whether they'll cover up. The WHO and UNICEF say children 12 and older should mask up just like adults. A group of organizations, including the City of Indianapolis, will launch a free online tool today. It aims to help people find jobs. It's called the Rapid Reemployment Response Tool. It's designed to help people living in Marion County who've lost their jobs during the health crisis, help them get back to work. This morning, we have learned a little bit more about it. It is helping job seekers to find resources based on qualifications and needs. Also, it will help people find training opportunities. Much more about this on wishtv.com. People in a Brownsburg neighborhood are not happy about plans for a large frozen food distribution facility. Project Isle is slated for property along Ronald Reagan Parkway and County Road 400 North. Those who oppose it say it will increase traffic, make the area too noisy, too bright, and cut property values. They say the new project will not create enough jobs to offset the downsides. Zoning is one issue for the project. People living in the area say that the property is not currently zoned for large industry, but the Board of Zoning Appeals is set to reconsider that in the days ahead. We've reached out to the town council for comment and haven't heard back.
Searching for a romantic summer getaway? Escape with Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible original from Lily Chu. The exquisitely talented Philippa Sue, returning to narrate her 5th Lily Chu title. This time, Philippa is joined by her real-life husband, Stephen Pasquale. Set in Toronto's wealthy cottage country, aka the Hamptons of Canada, Rich Girl Summer follows the story of Valerie, a down-on-her-luck event planner posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter, while piecing together the secrets surrounding a mysterious family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the impossibly hard-to-read and infuriatingly handsome family assistant, Nico. Caught between pretending to belong and unexpectedly finding where she truly fits in, Valerie learns her summer is about to get far more complicated than she ever planned. She's in over her head and head over heels. Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer.
A special prosecutor is now appointed in the case of a controversial caught-on-camera confrontation that happened in July 4th near Lake Monroe. Hamilton County Prosecutor Sonia Learcamp will lead an independent look at the case. 2 men face charges accused of racist attack on Vox Booker. Attorneys for Sean Purdy, one of the men charged, are asking for a change of venue to take the case out of Monroe County. They also say Booker should face charges as well. Indigo is reorganizing bus stops in hopes of improving efficiency. Next week, riders will see stickers on stops that will be removed. Indigo says the goal is to decrease how much time you spend waiting on a slowing or stopped bus. The changes don't impact the actual routes, just how many stops there are going to be along them. According to Indigo, it's making sure stops are about a quarter mile apart. The changes go into effect around September 14th, so be sure to be looking out for those stickers. Republicans are touting the successes of President Trump during their convention. Republicans kicked off the convention in Charlotte yesterday by formally nominating Trump and Vice President Mike Pence. The convention now moves to Washington to kickstart a 4-night primetime event. While scaled down due to the coronavirus, some of the president's strongest supporters still came out in full force, like Donald Trump Jr., former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, and Senator Tim Scott. Breaking tradition, President Trump is expected to speak at various points each night, culminating with his acceptance speech on Thursday. Tonight's speakers include First Lady Melania Trump, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, and Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will begin to get routinely tested for the coronavirus. The campaign made the announcement as the Associated Press reports. The candidates are expected to ramp up in-person campaigning. A campaign aide says its medical advisor suggested regular testing. This week, Democrats are doing a series of digital programming with new ads. Today, they'll focus on the economy. A family pleads for peaceful protest rather than violence. That's the message from the uncle of Jacob Blake. Blake is a black man shot by police in Kenosha, Wisconsin over the weekend, prompting protests that have turned destructive. And new today, Blake's father tells Chicago Sun-Times that his son is paralyzed from the waist down. The violence that has followed the shooting includes new fires overnight, cars and buildings on fire. Protesters and police also clashed in front of a courthouse. People shot off fireworks and threw bottles at police. There is some video out there that shows officers using tear gas to break up the crowds. People also took to the streets in other parts of the country demanding justice for Blake. In New York City, protesters marched through Times Square. In Portland, Oregon, police declared a riot after fires were set outside of police headquarters last night. Police in Kenosha have not released many details of Sunday's shooting. They have not said if Blake was armed or have said exactly why officers shot him. Widely shared video indicates police fired while Blake's back was turned. The police union in Kenosha says the video does not capture all of the intricacies of the incident. The city's mayor is promising that justice will be served. The department is not equipped with body cameras. Vanity Fair is devoting its new issue almost entirely to the life and death of Breonna Taylor. The magazine is calling the issue The Great Fire. In March, Taylor was shot and killed by police during a no-knock raid in Louisville, Kentucky. Taylor's death has further fueled the social justice protests across the country. A noted author, Ta-Nehisi Coates, edited the issue, which featured an interview with Taylor's mother. An unexpected change of direction regarding Jerry Falwell Jr.'s leadership of Liberty University. Most of Monday, it appeared Falwell was about to resign as president of the school over a sex scandal. Then, late last night, the university said Falwell had told his attorney not to write the resignation letter. A full meeting of the school board is scheduled this morning. Liberty University has been under the leadership of the Falwell family since its founding in 1971. The season is over for the Pacers. The team is heading home today from the NBA bubble, swept by the Miami Heat in the first round of the playoffs. Game 4 ended last night, 99-87. This is the third time in the past 4 years that the Pacers have been swept in the first round. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
allindianapodcastnetwork.com.